No matter the industry you're in, it's getting more and more crucial for you to have a quality and cohesive brand design. That's everything from your logos to your colors to your fonts to your messaging and anything else that helps your audience recognize who you are. Hey, I'm Faye, a brand and web designer dedicated to helping small business owners grow and elevate their brands through quality and strategic brand design. Today, I want to walk you through a brand design that I worked on for Hallwood Enterprises, a small company in Virginia dedicated to creating custom wood products and pallets to help people ship from one place to another. And they try to be as eco-friendly as they can as they do it. So let me walk you through the brand I designed for them. When Hallwood initially came to me, they had this logo. It had all of the services that they provide written out on the logo, and it wasn't something that could be easily reflected in one color. If you've heard me explain my logo design process before, you know I want to make sure these logos work in one color, just in case you need it. It's also important to keep everything simplified. You can express what you offer through your messaging, through the writing that you provide, but you don't always have to have all of that information on your logo. So I've simplified their primary logo, keeping that classic font that their audience already knows and recognizes them by, and simplifying the palette that's underneath in a way that can actually be used in a one-color design and doesn't take away from the font on top. I also added a little leaf on top of the D at the end of Hallwood to hint to their sustainable nature and how they are trying to give back to the earth. You can see this logo reflected in all of their branding and in their brand guidelines, of course. It's so important to have a logo suite that has 2 to 5 variations of your logo, so no matter what places you're using it, big or small, you have a way to represent your brand clearly. I also offered color variations of that logo, so that way if they're on darker backgrounds, they can use the light version of the logo, and if they're on lighter backgrounds, they can use that dark version. Once again, you get more versatility that way. I created brand guidelines for them, refining their mission, their vision, and their values, writing out a full brand story for them, helping them get specific about their target audience, doing a bit of research on their market and their competitors. I help them get specific about their color palette too. When you have a cohesive brand, when you're using the color white, you don't just use the color white. You use a very specific shade of white. You don't use any color of yellow. You use a specific shade of yellow. And that way, with time, you have more brand recognition and people will hopefully get to know your brand a little bit better. I created a typography kit for them too, so they can get specific about fonts and know what fonts to use in all situations. And of course, I created a brand pattern for them. This is something that can be easily used in the background of their brand assets and just to enhance that brand recognition once again. I collected some stock photos and created some mock-ups for them too. That way they have imagery to represent themselves with. And with all of my signature brand packages comes a business card design. This is just an example of how all of the different elements of the brand can come together in one place to strongly represent Hallwood. They also got me some of their old PowerPoints and they needed a lot of help getting those to look like their current branding. So I revamped all of these presentations and made them look cohesive with the new brand update. This is what some of the presentation slides look like. In addition to the presentations, I created a couple flyers for them. This is one of their primary flyers detailing why their brand is different and why you should choose them. We were also able to get all of their forms updated into fillable online PDFs so their clients can fill it out digitally and not worry about whether or not they have a printer to be able to fill it out. And of course, if they need anything else, they can always come to me and I can help make all of their future forms, flyers, presentations, or anything else consistent with their brand. It's so important to show up in a way that's true to you every time, and branding is one of the biggest ways you can do that. Here's a couple examples of before and afters. Before, you'll notice a lot of these presentations, flyers, and forms, they're not consistent with each other. They barely use the same logo. But now, everything has a cohesive look. You know you're looking at something from Hallwood every time you see one of their forms, one of their emails, or listen to one of their presentations. I really love to help small businesses of all backgrounds to create brands that really reflect who they are, what they do, and what they want to show the world. So if you're in need of something like that, reach out to me. You can always fill out my client application form by going to my website and clicking the Work With Me form in my menu bar. I'm looking forward to hearing all about your business and looking for a way that I can help you. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching this. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this video, like and comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alright, you have a great day. I'll talk to you next week. Bye!